Hey everyone, and welcome back to Power Within. Today we're diving deep into a topic that can hold us captive, keeping us stuck in a painful loop: resentment, anger, and self-blame. We're going to talk about forgiveness. I know it's a loaded word, and it's certainly not easy, but it's absolutely necessary for our own freedom. Forgiving isn't just about letting others off the hook. It's about unchaining yourself. Holding on to grudges or wallowing in guilt is like carrying a heavy backpack full of rocks everywhere you go. It just weighs you down. So today, let's explore how to finally forgive others and, most importantly, ourselves. So why is forgiveness such a big deal? Why does it matter so much? Let's be clear. Forgiving someone doesn't mean you're condoning what they did. It doesn't mean you're saying, "Oh, it was okay that you hurt me." Absolutely not. It means you are making a conscious choice to stop carrying their burden. You are freeing yourself from the weight of their actions. The anger, the bitterness, the constant replaying of events in your mind. That's energy you could be using to build a beautiful life. And then there's forgiving yourself. For many of us, this is the final boss of emotional healing. It's often so much harder because it forces us to look in the mirror and confront our own mistakes, our regrets, the times we didn't live up to our own standards. But here's the truth. Without forgiveness, emotions like anger, guilt, and shame just fester inside. They become toxic. You end up stuck in the past, unable to fully experience joy, peace, or genuine connection in the present. Forgiveness is the key. It's the act of taking back your power, your energy, and your life. It's a declaration that you will no longer let the past control your future. To begin this process, we first need to cultivate understanding, both for ourselves and for others. Think about it. Everyone makes mistakes. And often people hurt others not out of pure malice, but from their own place of pain, fear, or ignorance. They are acting from their own set of limitations and unhealed wounds. Now, this doesn't excuse the hurt they caused. Your pain is valid. But seeing their actions through this lens can help you detach from the personal sting. It helps you release the idea that it was all about you. It allows you to see the situation with a bit more objectivity, releasing the personal burden of anger that you've been carrying. And when it comes to yourself, this understanding is even more crucial. Take a moment and reflect on a past mistake. Try to understand why you acted the way you did back then. What were you feeling? What did you know at the time? What emotional tools or lack thereof did you have? Chances are you were doing the very best you could with what you had in that moment. This isn't about making excuses. It's about building awareness. It's about recognizing your own humanity. This compassionate understanding is the very first, most essential step toward true self-compassion and ultimately self-forgiveness. All right, so how do we actually start the process of forgiving? It can feel like a mountain to climb. So let's break it down into actionable steps. Step 1 is to acknowledge the hurt. Don't push it away, don't minimize it, and don't pretend it's not there. You need to face the pain head on. Write it down in a journal. Speak it out loud to yourself in a quiet room. Say, "I was hurt when this happened." By giving your pain a voice, you validate your own experience, which is incredibly powerful. Step 2, feel your emotions fully. Anger, sadness, betrayal, guilt. These are all valid responses to being hurt or making a mistake. The key is to let them flow through you without letting them consume you. Give yourself permission to feel. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to scream into a pillow, do it. Journaling is also a fantastic tool for this. The goal here is release, not repression. By allowing these emotions to surface, you prevent them from getting stuck in your body and mind. Step 3 is to shift your perspective. Once you've allowed yourself to feel the raw emotion, ask yourself this powerful question: what can I learn from this experience? Even in the most painful situations, there is often a hidden lesson or a seed of wisdom. Maybe it taught you about setting stronger boundaries. Maybe it revealed a strength you never knew you had. Forgiveness often grows from this newfound understanding, not from simply trying to forget. Step 4. Communicate if possible and appropriate. If it feels safe and healthy for you, you might consider having a conversation with the person you need to forgive. But this isn't always necessary or even a good idea. Sometimes the most powerful communication is the one you have with yourself. You can say out loud, "I release you from the debt I thought you owed me, and in doing so, I release myself." This is a ritual of letting go. And finally, step 5. Make forgiveness a daily practice. It's rarely a one-time event where you flip a switch and you're done. It's more like a muscle you have to exercise. Some days the old feelings might creep back in. When they do, gently remind yourself of your choice. A simple daily mantra can be incredibly helpful. Just repeat to yourself each morning, "I choose peace today. I forgive others. I forgive myself." Now let's talk more about the power of self-forgiveness, because this is truly revolutionary. Constantly beating yourself up for past mistakes keeps you trapped in a cycle of shame and self-punishment. It subtly erodes your self-worth and can lead you to repeat the very patterns you're trying to break. When you finally forgive yourself, you take back control of your own narrative. You declare that your past mistakes do not define who you are today or who you are becoming. You give yourself permission to grow, to learn, and to evolve. Remember this: forgiving yourself is not a sign of weakness. It is one of the greatest acts of strength, courage, and self-love you can perform. It's you choosing to be an ally to yourself, not an enemy. As you embark on this path, please remember that healing and forgiveness are journeys, not destinations. There will be good days and bad days. Some days you'll feel light and free, and other days the weight of the past might feel heavy again. That's completely normal. Be patient and compassionate with yourself through the process. Celebrate every small victory along the way. Did you go a whole day without dwelling on an old grudge? That's a win. Did you catch yourself in a negative self-talk loop and choose kindness instead? That's a huge victory. Every single act of forgiveness, no matter how small, is another brick you're laying in the foundation of your personal freedom. Forgive others, forgive yourself, and just watch how peace, slowly but surely, finds its way back into your heart. If this message resonated with you today, please know that you are not alone, and you absolutely do not have to carry the weight of resentment or guilt any longer. You have the power within you to forgive, to heal, and to love yourself fully, and that journey can start right now, today. If you're ready to continue exploring how to heal, grow stronger, and reclaim your power, make sure you subscribe to Power Within. We're in this together. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.